Hey guys, Dr. Kahu here and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be doing a continuation to the what if that was suggested to me, and that is what if Team 7 travelled to the past, part 3. Now as usual guys, if you guys can please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, leave the bell notification on so you guys can be the first to get my new content, and of course follow me on Discord towards the link in the description. All you need to do is copy and paste on Discord, add me, and if it's still pending I'll add you between 8 to 8:30 PM New Zealand Standard Times, and if not, I'll add you in the morning when I do my recordings, okay guys? And not only that, I'll just have to state to you guys that I apologise for not bringing the video out on Friday. I've just been very busy with family stuff and everything like that, and all in this state is I kind of needed the break, you know? So I apologise for that, and I hope you guys all understand. And not only that, I hope you guys all had a good weekend, and I hope you guys like the new what if that I'm about to bring out, okay guys? Without further ado guys, let's get into this next continuation of this what if, and that is what if Team 7 travelled to the past, part 3. So let's begin. Quick recap on what happened previously guys. I'm just going to state that all three legendary Sanis now are fully in the village, and they all understand exactly who Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura and Kakashi are. They're all from the future, even the third Hokage. And not only that, at the 2-year time skip, the Jiraiya is about to become the next Hokage, the 5th Hokage, very very soon. Now bear in mind when Sasuke, Naruto and Sakura met each other, one, Naruto stated that he had a date with both Hinata and Sakura, to which it still kind of confuses him. And not only that, he explains to Sasuke that he can stay in his bio mode infinitely now, thanks to the fact that he has all the 9 tails chakra and he has an immortal body, so it works perfectly for them. Sasuke's kind of dumbfounded upon the aspect of Naruto being so powerful, but as they continue talking, that it's explained to them that Kakashi has, on his mission, the 2-year mission, he saved the 4 tails, 5 tails and 6 tails Jinchuriki. He didn't manage to find the 7 tails, nor did he save Yogura and or the 2nd tails. So the 2nd and 3rd tails have been captured, and the 7 tails have been captured. All that's left is the 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 1st, and 9 tails. Okay, so from there, everyone is ready for what's going to be happening. And not only that, Kisame is by himself, and 2 Akatsuki members have already been captured. That's Deidara and Sasori. Okay. Now from where I left off the story, Team 7 was at the training grounds preparing themselves for the Kazekage, in a sense, retrieval arc against the Akatsuki, okay guys? Sorry for the long recap, but let's begin. So as all the team talks and discusses the situation, what ends up happening is Jiraiya actually gets inaugurated as the 5th Hokage, and the storyline from here progresses completely different. Now as everyone goes to celebrate with him, what ends up happening is they get a message from the Hidden Sand Village. The Hidden Sand Village takes a while, but the message gets deciphered, and it states that the Hidden Sand Village got utterly destroyed, massively destroyed. There are a lot of casualties, a lot of people are injured in general. When Team 7 hears about it, they're like, what the hell? And they're like, destroyed. And so what happens is Jiraiya, without hesitating, sends on his first day, sends Naruto and his team. And as they get ready, Kakashi goes, "I'll come with us there." But Sasuke goes, "No." Sasuke activates the Rinnegan and activates a portal, and he goes, "Let's go." They all jump through the portal immediately, Team 7. And when they get there, they stand on top of the Hidden Sands perimeter. When they look down at the village, it's utterly destroyed. To Naruto, what it reminds him of is when Nagato did the almighty push in the Hidden Leaf Village. Naruto and them go down and rush down to find them. What ends up happening is gold dust appears to try to attack them, but Naruto and them are just way too fast to dodge it. But when the Kazekage sees them, he's like, "Hidden Leaf Shinobi." Been a while. Naruto goes, "Lord Kazekage," and this is when Kakashi and them talk. They explain that the Akatsuki attacked the sun, but thanks to both their combined efforts, they were able to hold them off until a group of 6 appeared, and they all had the Rinnegan, all using unique abilities. And on that, all these paper bombs started flying from out of nowhere. Me and Gaara tried our best, but we knew that we couldn't attack and defend, so we defended the village as best as we can. Me and Gaara tried to deflect all the attacks and save our people, and we managed to get a lot of people out of the village in our secret bunkers. But what ended up happening is, just as we thought that we made ground to protect the village and go back on the offensive, a massive power almost destroyed all of us, wiping out the whole village that's within the barrier. Bear in mind, we saved a lot of people, about 80% of our village. The rest of them actually died in combat, and this makes Naruto angry. And Sasuke looks at Naruto and goes, "Naruto, it's alright. We understood that this could possibly happen." Naruto goes, I know. But he went too far this time. And Sasuke goes, "Well, you can make him use that jutsu again." Naruto goes, "I can, but can't you use it?" And Sasuke goes, "I don't know. I haven't actually put practice into it." Naruto goes, "Well, when we're done with this mission and we save Gaara, then we will see if you can do that jutsu." And Sasuke goes, "Good enough for me." And what happens is Lord Kazekage goes, "I don't know where they're holding Gaara. I sent Konkoro to go find them, but Konkoro ended up coming back and even worse off." Naruto goes, "Well, very well. Sakura," and you go, "Yeah, Naruto, you stay here and heal the citizens. Kakashi Sensei, you overlooked all the situation as well." Kakashi's buzzing out at Naruto. "Me and Sasuke will go on and retrieve Gaara and see what we can do to bring down the rest of the Akatsuki." And Kakashi goes, "Speaking like a true leader, Naruto." Naruto goes, "We don't have time for this, Kakashi Sensei. We need to go find Gaara." Sasuke goes, "I'll open a portal now." Sasuke activates his Rinnegan, but what happens is he actually gets stopped by a barrier, allowing him to access to the Akatsuki's base. But Naruto, "Not to worry, I know what to do." So they jump through the barrier. Kakashi's like, "Wow, I felt kind of useless." Sakura goes, "Tell me about it." "But not to worry, I have unlimited chakra, so I can do this easy." Sakura has been practicing the multi-shadow clone jutsu, so she makes 5 shadow clones, and she sends them out to go help people remove the rubble and help people healing and everything like that. And the Kazekage thanks Kakashi because he also does shadow clones. And both Sakura and Kakashi begin to help the citizens of the Hidden Sand village immediately. Bear in mind, this is about a good 3 hours after the Kazekage attack, okay? And so Naruto and Sasuke get there. What ends up happening is when Sasuke goes to try to destroy the barrier, the Akatsuki will then haven't even finished draining the One-Tails, and their base has already been assaulted. Bear in mind, the ability to absorb the Tail Beast has greatly diminished after losing Sasori, Deidara, and Itachi. All that's left is Kisame, Obito, Kakuzu, Hidan, Konan, and the Pains. And so they're doing their best to absorb all the chakra as much as they can, but they barely have gone in even 10%. And this actually kind of annoys Nagato because they need to get this tail beast now. They've been thwarted twice now, and not only that, they've been thwarted by losing track of the other Jinchurikis. Bear in mind, the 4 tails, 5 tails, and 6 tails reside in the Hidden Leaf under the protection of the Hokage. And Obito sent Black Setsu to find out where they are, and by this time he actually found the location. They're all living in the Hidden Leaf. So by the time Zetsu arrives, Naruto and Sasuke are already there, destroying the perimeter. Now bear in mind the steel's powerful, so Naruto goes, "I've got an idea." He makes a shadow clone. He remembers the description of what Gaiden stated. He sends shadow clones, thousands of them, to rush around the area because Naruto doesn't have Byakugan, and he eventually finds the seals, and he pulls them just to find doppelgangers. But Naruto easily destroys his own doppelgangers because he's used to fighting himself, you know, and so he destroys them immediately. And all that's left is to open the base. Without hesitation, Sasuke activates his Susanoo and smashes right through with his fist, ripping the entire roof of the Akatsuki's hideout. And when Nagato sees this, he immediately gets frustrated. And what he does is, because bear in mind, Nagato's actually there. Well, the Pains are actually there because Pain and Konan went to go retrieve them, but Kakuzu, Hidan, and Kisame are not actually there. And so what happens is, as Nagato sees this, or the Pains see this, Sasuke looking right at them, Naruto's right there too, and right away, Tendai Pain chucks multiple chakra rods at them, but Naruto and Sasuke just destroy them immediately. And he goes, "Wow, didn't think I'd be seeing you here so early there, Nagato." Nagato's like, "How do you know my name?" "I know everything about you. I know exactly where your hideout is." "Nagato, you're in the Hidden Rain, right?" "I'll find you." And Naruto goes, "Hey Konan." Konan's like, "How the hell do you know us?" And Naruto goes, "Oh, I'm a sibling student to Jiraiya. Jiraiya's my sensei, and he is the 5th Hokage." And as this goes down, Black Setsu tells Tendai Pain that the Tail Beasts have been hidden in the Hidden Leaf. And this is when Tendo goes, "So you've been hiding the tail beast in the hidden leaf, I see. The hidden leaf has become so power thirsty that they have taken arms against the world and taken the tail beast." This confirms our plan. Naruto goes, "Technically no, it doesn't. Your idea is to make peace by stealing the tail beast, right? But you're doing it wrong." Naruto looks at him and goes, "I see, Obito." Obito looks at Naruto and is shocked. Naruto goes, "Not to worry, Kakashi Sita is gonna get you." And he tries to act as Toby, but Naruto goes, "Huh, acting like that all you like. But if Kakashi was here, I could have killed you easily. Your Kamui dimension only works one way." And Obito's like shocked and goes, "Bear in mind, you are not Madara Uchiha. I know exactly who you are." Obito is actually shocked, and when Nagato sees this, Obito instantly Kamui's away, but he tells them, "Get rid of the ghetto statue now." And knowing that, Obito tries to grab Gaara, but Sasuke already appeared like lightning, grabbing Gaara and pulling him out of the ceiling jutsu, ripping him out, protecting him. When Nagato sees this, he tries to do an almighty pull, but Sasuke does the exact opposite and does the almighty push, negating Nagato's attack and pushing him back, knocking the Gedo statue back into the wall, and pushing the pains away. And what this does is unsummons all the aspect forms of the team members. And when Obito sees this, him and Black Zetsu disappear, and they try to make a plan upon what they need to do. Now what happens is when Nagato sees that this kid has a Rinnegan, he unsummons the Gedo statue, and Naruto goes, "Well, why are you here? Maybe you can help us save the hidden sand village that you almost destroyed. But first things first." Naruto touches Gaara's head and uses some of his chakra to heal Gaara. Gaara wakes up and goes, "Naruto, Sasuke." Naruto goes, "Not to worry, I'll send you back to the hidden sand village right now." Naruto uses the flying Raijin seal that he's got on Kakashi and Sakura, and he reverse summons, he does the round robin jutsu and teleports Gaara back to the hidden sand village. And why I said that is because that's the only village I know that can only jutsu I know that can teleport them, that I've seen them do in the anime. Well, he just does what the second Hokage does and teleports them back to where Naruto's chakra is last left, and that's in the hidden sand village. They appear there, and Kakashi's like, "Gaara," and the Hokage sees us. He's like, "Son!" They rush over, and Gaara smiles. "I'm alright, but Naruto, Sasuke," and Kakashi goes, "Don't worry, these two got it." And he goes, and Gaara looks at Kakashi, understands to trust him. And so what happens is, Gaara being there, he's really exhausted, but he tries his best to help, but his dad does all the lifting, does all the work. Konkoro is fully healed from Sakura, and Tamara is also using her wind jutsu, wind scythe, to break up all the boulders as well. Bear in mind, she went with them. Now back with the Akatsuki base, the Pains go to attack Naruto, but Naruto goes, "Yeah, this is not gonna work out well for you." He summons truth-seeking orbs, which shocks Naruto, and Naruto chucks him at all the Pains. The one that tries to absorb it, but it goes right through his head, slamming him to the wall. Naruto pretty much pins all the Pains up except for Tendo. And Naruto walks and goes, "I will find you, Nagato. And one way or another, you are going to help me." Konan tries to attack, but Sasuke throws a massive lightning arc through the air, completely dispersing all the paper, and she actually gets hurt by the attack. But now Tendo goes, "No, Konan, come back now." Konan immediately disappears as a paper dust, or paper wind, and flies away. And Tendo goes, "You may beat these bodies. I don't know how you kids are so powerful, but you may beat these bodies, doesn't mean you can beat the real me." Naruto goes, "I beat you before, I beat you again." Naruto opens his eyes, and his eyes go into his 6-pass mode. But not normally though, he doesn't go to his 6-pass sage mode. But he doesn't generate the cloak, he just has the eyes. And Sasuke sees this, he smiles, activates the Mangekyo, and opens his eyes. Naruto goes, if you don't mind, Sasuke, I would like to have this fight. Bear in mind, I allow you to fight Gaara, Rock Lee, right? And Sasuke goes, fair enough." Sasuke sits down, and Naruto goes, "You are a very impotent kid." Very well then, he goes to rush to fight Naruto. Naruto doesn't even move until Nagato gets close, and Naruto catches Nagato's hands, flips him down, it's Tendo Pain, kicks him in the gut, throws him into the building, into the rubble, and puts a fist right into it, cracking the entire area. In doing so, it actually makes a mini earthquake. Tendo Pain is completely overwhelmed. Naruto grabs the chakra rod, he chucks it at Sasuke, but Sasuke doesn't need to stab himself to locate Nagato. Sasuke uses his Rinnegan abilities, and he focuses, and he reverse tracks Nagato's chakra back to the Hidden Rain Village. When Sasuke sees this, he goes, "I know where he is." Naruto goes, "Hidden Rain Village?" And goes, "Yep." And Naruto goes, "Easy." And so what happens is Naruto, gathers all the Tendo pains, all the pains, removes all the chakra rods that are within them, and he reverse summons them back to the hidden leaf with a message to Jiraiya to bury them. And so as that happens, Naruto and Sasuke teleport back to the hidden sand village. When they get there, Gaara's dad, the Kazekage, is trying his best to do what he can, but Sasuke gets enough. And he goes, but my people have died, and Sasuke goes, I don't know if this jutsu will kill me. It better not kill me, Naruto. Naruto goes, don't worry. Naruto places his hand behind Sasuke's back and activates where he has the sun serum, remember? In doing so, Naruto pumps chakra into Sasuke, and what ends up happening is Sasuke focuses, and he opens his eyes, and he goes and does the Ren rebirth. What ends up happening is the King of Hell immediately appears in the crater and releases the souls of everyone that Nagato pretty much killed in the village, so the 20%, and it saves them all. All of them wake up out of the rubble, or all of them wake up where Sakura laid them. They're like, what the hell? And the Kazekage sees Team Gaara. Sasuke drops to his knees there. Ooh, that's what it's like to run out of chakra. Damn, Sasuke falls back. Am I gonna die, Naruto? Naruto goes, nah, you're alright, you'll be back to yourself normally. Sasuke gets up, yep, I am actually back to myself. The Kazekage is like, what the hell am I seeing? Kakashi goes, it's a lot to explain. And this is when Naruto goes, Kakashi Sensei, seen Obito? And he goes, oh, where did you see him? He goes, I saw him with the Akatsuki. Now we've taken out the pains, but all that's left now is Nagato, Konan, Kakuzu, Hidan, Obito, and Zetsu. And Kakashi goes, well, all we need to do is kill Zetsu then, eh? And his plans to summon Kaguya is over, and Naruto goes, yeah. And he goes, hold on, Naruto, we'll finish off what we need to do here, and then we'll leave right now. It goes, very well, Kakashi. So they help the Hidden Sand rebuild as much as they can, and the Hidden Sand village actually thanks Naruto and Sasuke. Gaara is immediately healed not so long after, because Sakura has unlimited chakra, so she heals Gaara. He wakes up really fast. And this is when Naruto goes over and enters the Psycho Plane and talks to Shikaku. He tells Shikaku, you want to get out of this cage? He goes, of course I do, kid. But you won't let me out, not even Gaara. And then what happens? Naruto goes, hey Shikaku. Shikaku from Naruto's MySpace exits and goes, yeah, Naruto? And he goes, tell this idiot what he can achieve if he helps his Jinchuriki. And Shikaku smiles. It's kind of ironic talking to myself, but hey, I get to teach my stupid younger self anyway. Hey you, dum-dum. Work with Gaara. He's powerful without you, yes, but with you guys could be a force to be reckoned with. Who knows, you guys can be more powerful than you give yourselves credit to be. Easily eclipsing Gaara's father. Shikaku goes, how the hell are you in there, kid? And he goes, it's too much to explain, dummy. Listen to me, I am you and you are me. I'm the same dummy that you are. There's a lot to achieve working with him. I've talked to the others, and they are fine with it. And Shikaku's like, how can I guarantee this kid won't use my power for nefarious reasons? And this is when Naruto walks in, and he waves his hand, summoning all the Nine-Tailed Beast chakra within him. And when Shikaku sees this, Naruto goes, because you can trust me. I am the heir to the Sage of Six Paths, pretty much. He foresaw that I was going to be the one to bring peace to the world in a manner. And not only that, I can name all you tailed beasts from Shikaku to Kurama. When Shikaku sees Naruto standing in the middle of all the Nine-Tailed beasts, all he sees is the Sage of Six Paths. And he smiles and goes, to be honest, the only person that actually felt really comfortable around like that was the old man. Very well. Alright then, Naruto. I'll bite. Naruto goes, please don't. And then Naruto tells Gaara in the Psycho Plane, release the lock. So Gaara releases the lock, and Shikaku doesn't break out. Instead, Shikaku goes, so what am I meant to do? Naruto goes, let's fist bump with him. And Gaara's like, really? He goes, yeah. And so Gaara and Shikaku fist bump, and what ends up happening is Gaara's eyes transform into the Shikaku eyes, and sand begins to swirl around him like massively. Gaara actually generates the seals, or the curse seals that, or the sealing seals that Shikaku naturally generates, or they appear around Gaara's body like swirling sand woodwind. And Naruto's like, wow, you look really cool. Wonder what Hanuman look like. Gaara smiles and thanks Naruto. With this power now, he can help the village even more, protect them. Naruto goes, I'm hoping so. And when that, Naruto goes, so you're gonna try to become the Kazekage next? Gaara goes, I don't know, my father is still the Kazekage. And Naruto places his hand on Gaara and goes, doesn't mean that you're not ready to be the Kazekage, aren't you? Gaara smiles. Thank you Naruto, my friend. Shikaku goes, Shikaku goes, I can finally stretch, right? And Gaara goes, yeah, but I need to put you back every so often. And Shikaku goes, hey, it's fine by me. Naruto goes, well, we're off now. He removes his fist from Gaara's, and they enter back in the real world. Now the Kazekage, Gaara's father, he's looking at Gaara, seeing the chakra well up around him. He's like, what the? I've never seen chakra like that before. It's unlike Gaara or Shikaku's. Naruto goes, they just entered into their tail beast state. And they go, what? And he goes, and Naruto instantly explodes into the KCM2 and goes, this is my tail beast state when I merge with my 9 tails. Gaara has done the same with his 1 tails. And the Kazekage is like, oh, I can see why the Akatsuki lost to you. Awesome. Naruto goes, don't sweat it all, man. Well, Kakashi Sensei, we're done here, right? And Kakashi goes, yeah, Naruto, we're done here. And then as they leave, Gaara says, thank you, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura, you guys have been the greatest of friends. Naruto goes, not to mention it, buddy. See you later, huh? And Gaara goes, yeah, see ya. So they all shake hands. Sasuke opens the portal and goes, well, we're off, laters. They jump through the portal and they enter back into the Hidden Leaf. Now when they get back here, things are not as what they would seem. Naruto walks through and he goes, something's amiss. What the hell's happened? And Sasuke goes, why is there again? Sasuke uses his Rinnegan ability to destroy the Genjutsu. And when they look, the Hidden Leaf has been attacked. Naruto's like, what the hell? Naruto makes thousands of shadow clones and they speed blitz the area. Now there's not much casualties in the Hidden Leaf, but what ends up happening is the 4 tails, the 5 tails and the 6 tails have been captured. And not only that, because the Hidden Leaf has found incels where the 3 tails was going to appear, the 3 tails has been captured as well. Now bear in mind that a lot has happened in a lot of areas. There's like boiling steam or water everywhere. A lot of areas there's lava, molten lava area, and a sludgy water bubble area as well. Naruto goes, no, they've been taken. And Sasuke goes, who's taken? The Akatsuki. They've moved as fast as they can to do so while we're distracted. Sasuke goes, so what should we do? Naruto summons all the tail beasts and links with them all to try to link with their chakra. But Naruto's like, damn! What's the matter? He goes, they're being blocked. Naruto goes, where's Jiraiya Sensei? They speed blitz and they find Jiraiya. Jiraiya find he's in Sage, he was in Sage mode. He's helping as much people as he can. So it's Tsunade and Orochimaru. And they just stated that that they fought off a masked man with a guy that could use wood style. And Naruto goes, I can tell, there's wood style everywhere, there's wood jutsu everywhere. Naruto goes, but how did the village get damaged so much? He goes, these white beings, they crawled out of the ground, they attacked us, they just didn't stop coming. We did the best we can, but the other 3 Jinchurikis tried the best to help us protect us as well, but what ended up happening is, well, we got overwhelmed, Naruto. Naruto is really irritated today, and the 9 tails chakra starts to build out of him. And Kudo's like, damn! We were too late! Naruto goes, I know. Naruto looks around and goes, where are the Akatsuki base? Naruto walks over to Jiraiya and places his hand on Jiraiya's head to try get to remember the hidden rain village. Naruto goes, I got it. Sasuke, ready to go? And Sakura goes, well, what about us? What about me? I'll be a good help. Naruto goes, very well. Kakashi Sensei, you coming? Kakashi goes, yeah, I'm coming. And as they're about to leave, Hinata and Kaden run over. Hinata was upset because she thought Naruto got captured. And Kaden tried to console Hinata because she can sense chakra, but Hinata just wanted to make sure as well. Even though Hinata can see it, Naruto goes over and tells them both equally that I'm fine, but I'm going to deal with the ones that did this. And Naruto hugs them both, and Kaden actually blushes and so does Sakura. Hinata, Sakura. Sasuke smiles and goes, Naruto. Naruto goes, I gotta go. Sasuke opens a portal. Naruto and them jump through, but they happen to appear on the outskirts of the Hidden Rain Village. And when they run through, the guards try to stop them, but Sasuke instantly places them under Genjutsu and makes them knock out. And as they enter the Hidden Rain Village, all the pain summonings immediately appear, attacking them. And Naruto goes, I have no time for this. Naruto immediately and Sasuke immediately annihilate them. Sasuke goes to his perfect Susanoo state and just destroys them. Sakura just beats them all down. Kakashi Kamui's parts of their bodies to make sure that they can't do nothing and unsummon. And Naruto just speed blitzes all of them. Naruto uses his ability to sense Tendo Pain or Nagato is, and Naruto sees it. Naruto jumps through all the buildings, smashes right through, and when he gets to the building, when he sees Nagato, it's actually not Nagato again, it's the Pain. So Naruto goes, I thought I captured you all. Nagato's like, come now. I had all the chakra still within them. It may have been a couple of hours for you, but I'm really proficient, kid. Naruto's like, alright then. And then out of nowhere, Naruto's getting shot by multiple shurikens and all these weird heart things shooting all these attacks at him. As Naruto's dodging them, what ends up happening is Woodstar appears to try to grab him and absorb his chakra. But this is when Sasuke appears as well, cuts the jutsu in half. The Woodstar, and he goes, Naruto, Sasuke! And he appears, and then what happens is, as Hidan is about to attack Naruto, Sakura appears and smashes Hidan's face right through the building, sends him flying. And this goes down, Obito appears, and then this is when Kakashi appears. Kakashi lands by them, and Obito's like, so how did you know I'm Obito? Naruto goes, he was about to talk, but Kakashi says, Obito! I see you! Obito sees Kakashi. Kakashi instantly uses speed blitzes Obito, about to throw a Jidori at Obito, but Obito phases through. But this is what Kakashi wanted, because as he phases through, what ends up happening is Obito gets a punch to the face. And what happens is, what the? And Kakashi goes, you think I'm the real me? I'm actually in the space-time dimension that connects our Sharingan. And Obito says, what? No, and Kakashi begins to beat down on Obito, smashing him up. And Obito, what happens is he tries to jump away from the Shadow Clone, but the Shadow Clone is attacking Obito with all his might. When the Pain see this, Sakura immediately goes to fight Kakuzu. He rushes off to fight Kakuzu, and Sasuke, is about to attack, but Hidan appears again, all fully healed, and it goes to attack Sasuke, but Sasuke destroys Hidan's scythe, and chucks his sword right through Hidan's chest, slamming him into the ground, pinning him using his chakra and locking him in place. Hidan's actually getting massive lightning bolts hitting through his body. When Nagato sees him, he goes to attack Naruto. When Naruto goes, I have no time for this! Where's the Jinchuriki? Where are they now? And Nagato goes, I have them in a special place. And Naruto makes thousands of Shadow Clones. He goes, alright then, you want to play numbers? Alright then. Naruto makes thousands of Shadow Clones. When Nagato sees this, Naruto goes, are you going to destroy your precious little village? Naruto speed blitzes Nagato, catching all the Tendos, all the Pains, and destroying them again. And Naruto goes, where are you really, Naruto? Naruto grabs the chakra and stabs himself, and he reverse tracks them. Now what happens is when Naruto reverse tracks him, he finds that Naruto is nowhere there at all. He's actually far away. Naruto's like, what the hell? He's actually near the Hidden Leaf Village, in a massive underground cave. With the ghetto statue, Naruto himself is focusing drawing out the Tail Beast chakra himself. With all the Zetsus, because the Zetsus have the ability to utilize chakra. There's about hundreds of Zetsus to make up all the Akatsuki members. And so what happens is Naruto pulls out the chakra and goes, these guys are just distractions! Sasuke, I have a bead! Let's go! And Naruto goes, Sasuke, what about Sakura then? Sakura easily handles Kakuzu, destroying all his puppets. He tries to attack Sakura, but she just punches the fire style, backhands the lightning, runs through the water style easy as, and manages to grab Kakuzu, destroying all the hearts, and then knocking out the real Kakuzu, not killing him. And what happens is Sakura puts a sealing jutsu to lock Kakuzu in place. And what happens is Zetsu himself, he sees that they're overwhelmed, and he immediately retreats, going back to where Nagato was. Obito being pushed in a rock in the hard place. What he ends up doing is he manages to free his battle from Kakashi by using the wood chakra, the Hashirama cells on his body. And what he does is amplify the wood chakra and slams into the ground, destroying the clone. And what happens is Obito moves into the dimension where he sees Kakashi. And Kakashi goes, finally, now I can end the jutsu that's on you. Obito goes, alright then, but before Kakashi could do anything, Obito uses the same wood style to distract from Kakashi, and he moves away. And when he moves away, he appears by Nagato. Nagato and the Zetsu are doing their best to rip out the chakra. They manage to grab, seal the three tails, and the four tails really fast. Bear in mind there's hundreds of Zetsus doing it, so all their chakra is being pumped into ripping out the tail beast chakra. Now all that's left is the fifth and sixth tails, but they're placed in a real powerful Genjutsu. And so Naruto appears. Naruto sees Roshi down. He's like, what the? And he sees that Han has been the next one to be absorbed. Naruto goes, no way. He speed blitzes, he instantly appears and he kicks the Gedo statue right in the face. Or kicks the Gedo statue's mouth closed, preventing the sealing Jutsu formula. And then Naruto powers a Rasengan, slamming the Rasengan in the Gedo statue's face, knocking it away. And Naruto lands. When Nagato sees this, he's still stripped his contraption. Obito's like, Nagato, reverse summon it away again now. And he's about to, but Naruto already speed blitzes. He punches Nagato right in the face, sends him flying out of his contraption. Because bear in mind, Nagato's actually injured from when he first used the Gedo statue. So Nagato is actually on the ground. Konan does everything she can to try to attack Naruto. But what ends up happening is Naruto doesn't want to fight them. So what he does is, he does a Windstar Rasengan, but he doesn't chuck it at her. Instead, when the attacks from Konan appear, Naruto disperses all of them, blowing them all away. And Konan's like, what the? Naruto speed blitzes to her and tries to attack, but she turns into paper. But Sasuke goes, I was waiting for this moment. He puts a lightning jutsu through the air, completely holding Konan in place, locking her in a position where she can't actually do nothing, and she reforms, injured on the ground. Obito doesn't know what to do. Zetsu makes a distraction, Obito and Zetsu get away, and Kakashi's like, damn! Yeah, but before Obito leaves, Kakashi states, I will catch you, Obito, not to worry, I will catch you and free you from my little seal. Obito hears this with a sweat going down his head, but him and Black Zetsu manages to escape. What ends up happening is Nagato's looking at him and says, and what are you gonna do? Are you gonna kill me, kid? Nagato goes, no, I'm not gonna kill you. Nagato slams his foot into Nagato's chest and cracking the ground. Nagato tries to do almighty push, but does nothing to Naruto. Naruto pretty much grabs Nagato's hands and makes him slap himself with it. Naruto goes, that's enough from you now. Naruto places his hand on Nagato's head, putting a seal jutsu and locking him in place. Konan's like, Nagato, no! And Sasuke goes, you really think we're here to kill Nagato? No we are not. And so what happens is, Naruto, Sasuke, Sakura and Kakashi manage to catch all the rest of the Akatsuki besides Obito and Zetsu. And when they're taking them back to the Hidden Leaf village, Nagato is actually really angry, goes, why are we here? Why haven't you killed me? Blah blah blah, talking about his pain and suffering. But this is when Naruto gets in his head. He uses his most powerful jutsu called the Talk No Jutsu. He explains to Nagato that they're here to save them. They're here to make sure that what you're doing is, one, is wrong, and two, that we can do better. Together with the powers we have, we can actually bring peace to the world in a different manner. Forgetting that war is a part of our society, fighting violence is a part of our society, forgetting that's part of being human. We have fought from being lone scavengers to the dominant species on this planet, not because we did it by peace, because we fought to get to the top. Now, all it is we need to do is curb how wars begin, and what we do so is by unifying our governments, unifying our society, Nagato. Nagato goes, but how can you tell me, how can peace be actually achieved? This is when Jiraiya appears and goes, well that's the mission I left to you, Nagato, and you absolutely failed. Nagato's like, Jiraiya sensei, and goes, yes, I'm your sensei. And Jiraiya walks over, hello Konan. Konan's like, Jiraiya sensei. Jiraiya also does his own formal Talk No Jutsu. At first Nagato's really angry, but the Talk No Jutsu actually gets through. He gets through to him, but he states to them that he can't do nothing in the state that he's in. My body's injured, I wish I could. But this is when Orochimaru walks in and he immediately uses his curse mark and he bites Nagato in the neck, but this is a different type of curse mark, not the one where he turns into the curse mark sage monsters. No, what happens is after Orochimaru's bite happens, a healing formula or healing serum goes through Nagato's body, breaking his back or cracking his back into place, healing his body to the point where he can walk again. And Nagato's like, what did you just do? And Orochimaru goes, I've been experimenting with the healing formula with Tsunade to help other villagers. And Tsunade smiles, yeah, things have dramatically changed. You need to curb your anger, curb your rage, because it gets you nowhere. I should know. I lost someone I love in a war, and I know exactly your pain. But doesn't mean it dominates us, right? And Nagato's like, and then Jiraiya goes, yeah, I lost Yahiko as well. You're not the only one. You guys are all my students. My responsibility. I thought after leaving you guys after the 3 years training, because you guys are ready, would have helped, but obviously it didn't. And Nagato, Konan, and what's it called? Jiraiya have a moment. Naruto walks up to him and goes, "You can be the leader that you want to be, out of the shadows, helping your people. But killing people, innocent people, is not the way to do so, Naruto. It is not." And that Naruto goes, "We are Uzumaki. We are clan members. We should be working together, right?" Naruto goes, "Uzumakis," and this is when Kaden appears. And she goes, "Yeah, we're all Uzumakis." When Naruto sees Kaden, he sees the red hair, and he feels a familiarity to her. But because Naruto is yellow hair like his dad, there was that slight difference. But Naruto goes, "Oh, don't get me wrong. My mom's a fiery Uzumaki as well, just like this one, if not the worst. She was called what? The red hot habanero with hidden leaf. Monster she was. She even scared the Nine Tails." Kuruma was like, Shikako and them all laugh within Kuruma, but Kuruma goes, "Let me show you what Kushina was like," and he shows them through his memories what Kushina was like, and every other tailed beast within Naruto. They're like, "Oh, alright, no, you're all good. No, we understand." So Kuruma's like, "Yes, it's a shame." He lies back down, and what happens is Naruto goes, "Come on, Naruto, we can do better." And Naruto goes, "What about the villagers you killed to attack me?" Naruto goes, "I made sure I didn't kill any of them. In fact, no one realized it, but I made shadow clones to make sure everyone was away from the battle. Or I put a massive ceiling jutsu over the building that we were, so even if you was to use your most dangerous attack, or even if I was to use the Biju bomb, we were protected, right?" And what happens is Pain's like, "Oh, I got you." Naruto goes, "Stop being called Pain, that's a stupid name. You have the Renegon, the power of the Sage of Six Paths. Technically these are Madara Uchiha's eyes." I was like, "Huh?" And he goes, yeah, we'll talk about this a little bit more further. But bear in mind, get rid of the Akatsuki getup and become the Kage of the Hidden Rain Village, Naruto, like you're supposed to be. You're not Hanzo, that fool. You're someone more, someone better. And not only that, you already got your queen next to you, Konan." Konan's face actually blushes, and Naruto uses his ability to remove the seals. Naruto stands up, Naruto pulls him up, and Konan stands as well, goes, "You need to stop. And not only that, you need to relinquish control of the Gedo statue." And he goes, "How?" Sasuke goes, "Summon it, and I'll put it under my control." And what happens is, Naruto looks down and goes, "Alright then." He summons the Gedo statue, and what happens is Sasuke makes a blood contract with the Gedo statue. And then what happens is Sasuke removes all the tail beasts that are within the Gedo statue, so the 2, the 3, and the 4 tails, and the 7 tails. And doing so, what ends up happening is Naruto gives them an option: you guys can leave, or you guys can stay in the village. And all the tail beasts feel safe around Naruto. So Naruto goes, "I have a plan." And he goes, "Oh." What happens is Naruto seals the 2 tails within Sasuke. Sasuke goes, "What the hell are you doing?" Naruto goes, "Fire style, more your type, right?" And Sasuke goes, "Well, yeah, but," and what ends up happening is the 2 tails get sealed in Sasuke. The 4 tails Naruto seals within Konan. And she's like, "But," Naruto goes, "No, but you got the chakra for it." And because Hinata's dead, Naruto seals the 5 tails within her. And 5 tails. What's it called? Naruto was gonna seal the 7 tails, but Naruto goes, "We have a bug expert here, actually." And Naruto immediately appears by Shino and says, "Shino, can you come for a moment?" Naruto teleports Shino in, and Naruto goes, "This is the 7 tails." And he's like, "Whoa, this one awesomely big bug." Shino goes to inspect him. He goes, "Wow, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen." And Lucky 7 Chomei states, "Huh, this kid's interesting." Naruto goes, "Yeah, he is. He loves growing bugs and he likes looking after them." He goes, "Well," Naruto goes, "Do you want to be sealed within him?" And he goes, "Yeah, very much so." So the 7 tails get sealed within Shino. And what happens is all that's left is Isubu, and Naruto goes, "Hinata, can I seal Isubu within you?" And at first she's like kind of nervous, but Naruto goes, "Not to worry, you can trust him. Okay, you can trust him." She goes, "Okay, Naruto." So what happens is Isubu gets sealed within Hinata. Now this is when Sasuke goes, "You know what? I don't need a tail beast. Not that I don't like them. I don't need them." What happens is Sasuke uses his Renegon and pulls out the 2 tails. Then Naruto goes, "Then what are we gonna do then?" And this is when Naruto goes, "I have an idea. It's a stupid idea, but I have an idea." And he goes, "What is that, Naruto?" Naruto disappears and appears right by Kiba goes, Kiba, I got a gift for you. Grabs Kiba, teleports him away, and goes, do you want this as your tail beast? And Kiba's like, what the hell is that? And he goes, her name is Matatabi. She's the two tails. You can want to be its Jinchuriki? And he goes, he's a little bit scared now. He goes, it's going to give you, make you much stronger, because Shino has this 7 tails. Hinata's got the 3 tails. And he's like, but why do I get the 2 tails? Sasuke goes, see? And Naruto goes, well, you should have taken them. And Kiba's like, okay, I'll have it. I'll be the 2 tails Jinchuriki. And Naruto goes, awesome. Places his hand, and he goes, Matatabi, are you ready? And he goes, yeah, I'm ready. And as he takes Matatabi in, Kiba's like, whoa, this is strange. And Matatabi goes, I am now your Jinchuriki. I am now your tail beast, Kiba. Naruto tells all the tail beasts to fist bump with their Jinchurikis and combine chakras, wasting time only utilizing half your guys' chakra forms. And so what happens is, without hesitating, what's her name? Karen merges with Son Goku, and she becomes really powerful. Her hair becomes even more powerful, like massive lava going down her hair. Hinata merges with Isabu, and what's it called? Coral didn't grow around her, but water appears around her. Now what happens is, when Shino merges with 7 tails, wings grow out of his back immediately, and kind of plate armor generates around his body, protecting him. Shino's like, this is the coolest thing ever. He's actually really happy. When Kiba merges with Matatabi, what ends up happening is he actually burns. He has a blue flame around him. And not only that, Akamaru actually, because they share abilities together and they have a connection, he actually pumps chakra into him. And Akamaru turns into a mini version to Matatabi. When Matatabi sees this, she's quite impressed, even though she's like a cat. And then Kiba's like, huh? Cat, dog, don't matter to me. In doing so, they release it, and then goes, now we're ready for the war that's about to begin. Sasuke, I need you to reverse summon the Gedo statue back to the moon, back to Teneri. And he goes, why is that? And he goes, so we don't have the incident where he pulls the moon down. Sasuke goes, very well. Sasuke grabs the Gedo statue and appears. He disappears and appears on the moon. When he appears with the Gedo statue, he re-locks the Gedo statue up in its chains and puts him back in the same position where he's at. And this is when Teneri appears. And Teneri goes, who the hell are you? And how did you? Sasuke turns around with the Renegon, and he goes, you got the Renegon. So you're the one who stole the Gedo statue from us, huh? Bear in mind, a lot of the people on the moon are still alive. And Sasuke goes, I wasn't the one who stole it from you. That was actually Madara Uchiha. However, I've brought the Gedo statue back to you guys. That's in good faith. Sasuke uses his Uchiha abilities to, the Renegon abilities to pull the chains up and really lock the Gedo statue back in its place. As Sasuke goes, I have a contract sealed with the Gedo statue, so no one else can summon it this time. And what happens is, Teneri goes, why are you doing this? Bear in mind, Teneri still has his Byakugan. Sasuke goes, this is your guys' clan's job. The descendants of Hamura were meant to be the guardians of the Gedo statue. And the descendants of the sages of past and the people of Earth are meant to be the guardians of the Biju. And so we give him the responsibility back. Sasuke bows to Teneri and apologizes to him for what the people of Earth have done to their people. Teneri actually accepts this kind gesture, and the war that's about to happen on the moon does not happen. Instead, Teneri still becomes the leader and the main leader of the Akatsuki clan members, even though he's a branch family. But he protects the Gedo statue, feeling happy he thanks Sasuke. Sasuke bows to Teneri, jumps through the portal again, back to Earth. Naruto goes, done. Naruto goes, awesome. Jiraiya sensei? Jiraiya's like, yeah, okay, kid. Nagato thanks Naruto them for what has happened. Naruto goes, now go back to your village now, okay? Go back to your village and protect the village where you come from. And what happens is, Naruto goes, what about Kakuzu and Hidan? Naruto goes, well, I was going to give them a choice, life or death. Jiraiya goes, Naruto. Naruto goes, come on, Jiraiya sensei. Hidan, Deidara and Sasori have already been captured, and they've been given the choice. They have merged with the Hidden Sand Village now. And he goes, wow, interesting. And so I would like to ask Hidan and Kakuzu. He bows to them and goes, Hidan Kakuzu, do you want to be a part of the Hidden Rain Village? And Nagato's like, well, what? And he goes, yeah, well, he needs to be protected, of course. We've already got enough people, to be honest, in our village, when we got all the tail beasts, but the one tails and the 8 tails. And speaking of the other tail beast, Han, Utakata, do you guys want to stay in the village, or you guys want to do your own thing? And this is when Utakata goes, if you don't mind, Naruto, I actually might go to the Hidden Rain Village as well. And Han goes, me too. Even though I like you, kid, for what you did for helping me, I would like to do something different as well. You guys already got multiple tail beasts here. And Naruto goes, fair enough. And Naruto goes, no matter what, we Jinchuriki are connected to each other, alright? And that reminds me, I need to go see the 8 tails. And so Naruto links his chakra with the rest of them. Of course, all the tail beasts, because he's already got his own tail beast chakra, but he links it in a different way. So if anything happens, he has full knowledge of what's going down with them all. All he needs to connect with now is just 8 tails. And so as Naruto is about to leave, Sasuke opens the portal to them and goes, here's the portal to the Hidden Rain Village. And Naruto goes, again, I'm sorry for all the damage that we caused to your village, Naruto, I hope you can forgive us. And he goes, not to worry. And what happens is, Konan says goodbye to Jiraiya, Han and Utakata say goodbye, and Kakuzu and Hidan, even though they were Akatsuki members, they actually scared of Naruto and killing them, these powerful kids. And so they go off with Nagato to the Hidden Rain Village, and Nagato re-establishes everything in a brighter manner. He stops the rain so that people can have sunshine, and what happens is the Hidden Rain Village reforms properly. Nagato becomes a proper leader. And so as this goes down, even the Hidden Leaf starts to repair. But this is when Naruto has a burning question. He goes, Jiraiya Sensei, remember what I asked you before, even Kakashi, upon the organization known as Gaara? He goes, yeah. Well, I know we're being watched. I know we have. So I've done my best to hide as much power as we have. So does Sasuke, as Sakura. But a lot is going to happen. These beings in Gaara are more powerful than the Akatsuki that we fought. More powerful. And their leader himself, well, let's just say that he's the reason why we're here. We pretty much ran from battle from him because he would have killed us. And not only that, my son, in that future, he actually is connected to an evil being known as Momoshiki. And I'm unsure if Kawashiki and Borishiki are stuck in a time loop, or they're going to actually appear in this time period. And if they do, are they going to be the same as us? I'm unsure. The time turtle didn't give us anything to do with that description, but I know for a fact that Ishiki is a threat. Momoshiki, Kinshiki, and Urashiki are not really a threat, to be honest. But I just know for a fact that if they continue, if we don't find them now and take out the Gaara team now, we may not have another chance. And it goes, very well, Naruto. Well, once you secure Obito and destroy Zetsu, like you stated, then we will get into that. Okay, Naruto goes very well. And so what happens is, there's no war arc, because, well, Naruto and them are monsters, you know? They're powerful as, and the Jinchurikis are all in the village. But this is when Naruto is actually caught off guard upon something. Jiraiya asks Naruto, so, talking about you, Naruto, I had a question. Bear in mind, Sasuke, no one stays, just Jiraiya and Naruto. Haku and Zabuza are there, but they're standing outside the door, waiting, you know, protecting them. Jiraiya tells Naruto to have a seat and goes, I have a question for you. Talking about Uzumaki, how you and Nagato Uzumaki clan members, right? Your village was destroyed. But there's another Uzumaki here, cut in. Is anything further going to happen? And if so, I have an idea, Naruto. And Naruto goes, oh? An idea? He goes, well, thanks to there now being 2 Uchiha, I can re-establish the Uchiha clan bases and allow the Uchiha to be a clan member of the village again. Sasuke, I know Sasuke and Sakura are going to marry, and Itachi's going to find someone to marry and have a child, right? Naruto goes, yeah. And if you manage to save Obito, then the 3rd Uchiha member. Naruto goes, I get it. And he goes, well, you've got Hinata and Kaden, right? And as you stated, Hinata is, you're going to marry her and make her an Uzumaki, right? Naruto goes, I'm still listening, Jiraiya Sensei. He goes, well, how about you ever heard of the CRA? Naruto goes, CRA, and goes, yes, an old method, an old situation that happened years ago, when clans were almost decimated and they needed to reform. It's called the Clan Restoration Act. Naruto goes, okay, again it goes, well, since you've averted a lot of situations, how about you, I'm just suggesting to Naruto, as you stated, I'm your godfather, so I'm just suggesting something. And what happens is, as Jiraiya is trying to awkwardly speak, Tsunade bursts through the room and she goes, out with it, Jiraiya. You told me this before. Taking too long to hurry up and tell the kid. And Jiraiya's like, Suna, come on. I'm almost there. And Tsunade goes, huh. Naruto, I'm part Uzumaki too, so I understand what Jiraiya is trying to state. I'm also one of the last Senju. So hear me out. Now, what Jiraiya is trying to state to you is, you should marry both of them. Make them your wives. Kaden is already Uzumaki, and Hinata will be an Uzumaki. So then inform, your clan can start from there. Naruto's like, oh, I see, I get you. A little bit awkward. And Naruto, not only that, because Naruto's alive, he can also make Uzumaki family that where he's at. And not only that, you guys can collab your descendants, your children, and build up the Uzumaki clan in the village. Naruto's like, a little bit awkward because I actually never thought about this. And Tsunade goes, what's there to talk about, Naruto? You have a rare opportunity where Jiraiya doesn't, to have two women at once. Naruto's like, weird listening to you guys talk about this. And she goes, what do you got to lose, Naruto? Naruto goes, you make a fair point. And Jiraiya's like, bumpy Naruto, huh? Naruto, I'll think about the Jiraiya. I'll think about it. Come on, I'll think about it, okay? I love Hinata. I love her with all my heart. And this makes me feel like, and Tsunade goes, this is not cheating. If they both consent to this and you marry both of them, it's consensual, Naruto. You understand? But keep this in mind, idiot. Naruto goes, okay, Lady Tsunade. Naruto goes, well, see you, Jiraiya. I want to go at least hang out with them, talk to them. I'll tell them about this. It's weird, but I'll tell them about this. And so Naruto goes off. Naruto walks out of the Hokage's office, and this is when he's confronted by Kiba. Kiba's like, Naruto? Naruto's like, Kiba? What's the matter? He walks up to Naruto, puts his hand out and goes, thank you, Naruto, for considering me. Naruto's like, you're welcome? And he goes, thank you. No, thank you. I appreciate this. I know me and you haven't seen eye to eye and everything like that, but I'm grateful that you did this to me. I feel more special at ease. Seeing your power and how strong you are and how wise you are, I can obviously tell that you are going to become Hokage one day. So I hope I can be a good friend and a good person in the Hidden Leaf and utilize the power that you've given me, the chance that you've given me to protect the village. Naruto shakes Kiba's hand and goes, not to worry, Kiba. I thought we were rivals at one time. And Kiba goes, oh, not to worry, we're always rivals. Naruto goes, you could try. And Kiba's like, ha ha ha. They both laugh and walk away. And eventually they join up, or the Jinchuriki catch up. And they talk, and what happens is Naruto goes, well, I'll help you train and get stronger with your abilities, and who knows, we can collaborate, become more powerful, you know? And they're happy with this. And so Kiba and Shina leave, but this is when Naruto talks to Hinata and Kaden. He apologizes that he kind of made them Jinchurikis, but Kaden's like, yeah, makes me more special, you know? And Hinata goes, well, it's important to the village, Naruto, and you've given me the ability to protect my people, my village, and my clan. And not only that, Naruto, I now have the capacity to protect you as well. And Kaden goes, yeah, I do. I have the same capacity as well to protect you, Naruto. And Naruto goes, yeah, I agree, I got you up on that. But I have an awkward question to ask both of you. Kaden goes, oh, spill the beans. And Naruto goes, yeah, Naruto, what's the matter? Naruto goes, Jiraiya Sensei made a weird point, but a point that I can't shake. Naruto goes, you know what, it'll be best if we fist bump. And they go like, what? And he goes, no matter what, our tail beasts are going to hear it anyway. And they go, very well. And so Hinata and Kaden fist bump Naruto and they enter into the Psyche Plane. Naruto explains exactly what Jiraiya stated, and that he doesn't mind, and even what Tsunade stated. Naruto states that he's actually absolutely and unequivocally in love with Hinata. But what Jiraiya said was true, he can also be in love with Kaden as well. And know from Sasuke's perspective, you never give up. And Kaden smiles. Hinata's obviously shocked that Naruto's absolutely in love with her. But Naruto goes, but I'll make it your guys' decision. I'll love to be with Hinata. And in a manner, I'd love to be with you, Kaden. But it has to be your choice. I can't force you guys. And then what happens is Hinata and Kaden remove their hands from the Psyche Plane. Hinata hugs Naruto and she goes, of course, yes. And Kaden goes, as long as Hinata's willing to share, of course. She hugs Naruto and Naruto hugs both of them. Ichiraku's like, that was weird. You guys were standing there for a bit, and now you guys are hugging. And Naruto goes, oh, well, they agreed. Well, when we get a little bit older, I will marry these two and we'll remake the Uzumaki clan. Ichiraku smiles and goes, well, Naruto, ha ha ha. Coming here, you learnt a lot of my charms, eh, kid? Naruto goes, and he goes, you know what, kid? I like that. I like that you'll take your charge with your future and not only that, restoring your clan. So here's some Ichiraku on the house, okay? Naruto's like, yes! They eat some food. And Hinata goes back to her house to tell her dad. And Kaden goes back to her house to relax, you know. Naruto goes, well, I'll see you guys soon. And Kaden goes, so what's that mean? Me and you are boyfriend and girlfriend? Naruto goes, yes. And Hinata and I are boyfriend and girlfriend. And not only that, eventually I'll get engaged to both of you and we'll get married. Kaden's face mega blushes. And this is when Son Goku goes, don't worry, kid. If he breaks your heart, I'll hurt him. And Kaden laughs. And Naruto goes, hey, I heard that. And they laugh. And what happens is she goes off and Naruto goes back to his house, pondering what he has just decided. And he remembers what kind of future he had with Boruto and Himori. And he can only surmise what would be now the difference with having Kaden and what children they will have. And so as Naruto ponders this and the fact that he needs to change with his children, will take a massive leap a far distance away where Obito and Zetsu are hiding. Now Obito's like, damn, we've lost Nagato, we've lost the Gero statue and all the tail beasts. And Zetsu goes, I know. He goes, we can't launch any form of attack, I can't even go into my Kamui dimension, Kakashi will appear. And he goes, I know. And then this is when Obito tells Zetsu, you need to go. And he goes, go where? And he goes, I need you to go and find help. Find as much people as we can, Zetsu. You're the best person to hide in plain sight. And he goes, very well, Obito. And as Zetsu leaves, Kakashi immediately appears in Obito's time space. He goes, I found you. Obito looks at Kakashi and goes, this time, even if you teleport into a Kamui dimension, I will find you again. You didn't realize that, but I did define Raijin tag on you. And I've locked you in place. I couldn't teleport in here, but I used the Kamui dimension to do so. And it made it easy for me to find you. Obito's like, I'll just run from you guys, you can't. Obito's like, damn. And then this is when Kakashi goes, Obito, I understand why you're angry. I understand everything. Please let me help you. And he goes, help me like you helped Ren. And Kakashi goes, I know I failed with Ren, but I won't fail this time. I won't fail with you, Obito. And he goes, regardless, I can't go against Madara anyway. The seal, and Kakashi appears and puts his hand right through. He's about to do the lightning, the Dori, and what happens? Obito appears, manages to dodge the Kamui through, and he goes, haven't you tried that? And he coughs blood straight away. As he coughs blood, the Kakashi within the Kamui dimension places his arm through Obito's chest and pulls it out. And Obito claps on the ground and says, what did you do, Kakashi? And Kakashi goes, I stabbed you in the heart. Now, in doing so, I removed Madara's seal upon you. Kakashi places his hand on Obito's head, and they both Kamui back to the Hidden Leaf. And they land right in front of Sakura. And Sakura's like, Kakashi-sensei? And Kakashi goes, oh, Obito! She rushes over and begins to kill Obito. She pumps on all her chakra, and Obito's like, why are you doing this, Kakashi? And he goes, because you're my best friend. You're my brother. I couldn't save you then, but I can save you now. You gave me your will to continue. I bear it on my eye. Now please, Obito, please. Kakashi moves the mice and crushes it. Come back to the village. Come back to me. Come back to us. We can help these younglings. We can help our people. And not only that, you can reform the Uchiha clan with Sasuke and Itachi. Please. What's it called? Obito begins to cry. He goes, but everything I worked upon, Kakashi, you can forgive me for everything I've done. He goes, of course I can. You're my best friend. And if Minato Sensei was here, he would forgive you too. And this is when Obito cries and he goes, please, Obito. You don't need to be this way no more. And he goes, but my other accomplice, Zetsu, he's gone off to find help. He's gone off and goes, that one there, he's the one that's pulling the strings from the get-go. He's evil. He's the reason why everything has gone so bad. And he goes, oh, and goes, we need to eliminate him now because he poses a dramatic threat to the future. Please, Obito. Obito goes, before he blacks out, he goes, alright. he lifts his fist up to Kakashi. His fist where it's the one with the Zetsu, with the Hashirama sounds, and Kakashi fist bumps both of them, and he goes. Obito blacks out, and Kakashi has a tear running down his face. He wipes his face, and Sakura goes, "You managed to do it, Kakashi Sensei. You managed to save Obito." And he goes, "Yeah, I did. I really did this time." And as they both look at Obito, and then he begins to heal. We'll go back to where Zetsu was. No, Zetsu leaves the base where he was, unaware why it's just transpired, and he actually finds Kabuto. And finding Kabuto, he realized that Kabuto has been experimenting on himself, experimenting with all the Jumaru cells, and knowing that he's been in contact, or he actually got contacted by the Gaara team. And when Zetsu hears this, what ends up happening is Kabuto states, "I've been waiting for you." And he goes, "Oh," and he shows them, because he actually has a little black-white Zetsu there, Kabuto, and he goes, "I've been experimenting on these ones. Merge your body with these ones to make yourself stronger." These Zetsus explained exactly what has happened and transpired. With my help and with my knowledge and your wisdom as well, we can combine our forces and join Gaara. And he goes, "Gaara?" And he goes, "Come with me." He places his hand on Black Zetsu, and they appear into their kind of holographic projection. And when they get there, Ishiki sees Zetsu and goes, "You are Kaguya's living karma." And as Zetsu makes contact with Ishiki, this is where I'm going to leave this one off, guys. I hope you guys like this. Please like and subscribe, leave your comments down below, leave the bell notification on so you guys can be the first to get my new content, and of course follow me on Discord towards. I'll leave the link in the description below, okay? But yeah, I hope you guys like this part 3 to this what off. Sorry it took a little bit longer to come out, but yeah, as I told you, I had things to do, okay guys? This what off will probably continue for another 2 more episodes, okay? I'll finish on part 5. Okay, so I hope you guys are ready for that, and so I can start off my other what-offs that I'm about to begin. Okay, guys. So yeah, I hope you guys all have a good day and be safe. Okay, guys. But as usual, guys, this is Dr. Kahu saying peace.